But anyway, I told them that they should get a teacher whose knowledge is broader than mine, because with the knowledge that those students had, that they could actually benefit from a teacher who has knowledge in sociology or world history, or things like that they can teach kids, and these kids would be able to expand their vocabulary and stuff like that. But these children really didn't understand how to, put sentences and stuff like that together. And I don't know if it was because of that class or some other class, but for some reason, something just popped in my mind and just said, hey, write a grammar book. And I'm like, well, I don't have no experience writing a grammar book. And he said, yeah, but, you taught your kid 6 months how to read, write, add, subtract, multiply, divide, division, powers and radicals and decimals, fractions, and percentages, some algebra, a little bit of trig, and a little bit of calculus and stuff like that. And you did all that in 6 months. So if you can do that, then you got the talent, at least the talent, to put together a simple book. And I wrote it, and what happened was I told them, I told all the parents, I was going to quit because I was going to open up my own school. But once I wrote this book, it was like so easy, to teach. And I said, well, please just let me, teach like 4 extra months so I can just give them a little, taste of what it's like. But that mother, she was like, no. And it was really interesting, And then so eventually I did open my own school, and I quit. But I went by there once. Sometimes I just drive, around. I drove by there, and I think they opened up. I think she hired a teacher or something to open up. But I had already suggested that we go into business. But she recorded a lot of my classes. I don't know if they used the information or not that was on there. But what it was basically the money that I was getting like $80 a month per student, and it was how many students there were? 8, maybe 12. I was only teaching like maybe 12 students, so you multiply that by $80, it's like $900 and something dollars or something, I think. Oh yeah, 8 times 12 is 86, $960 and stuff like that, for only 8 hours of teaching English. So instead of, paying me all that much money, $900 something dollars a month, she can easily find another teacher and have them teach 2 hours, $30 an hour, or something like that. And she only pay this person $240, and then she'll have, that extra $720, I think it is, to put in her pocket, and she'll just tell her friends, and they all okay. But when I quit, one of the parents, whose son was named Masana, he was real good. He was like the first one to start reading. Then once everyone else caught up, they just caught up to his level and stuff. And once they understood, they just caught up to him real quick. And she wanted me to keep teaching her, but at the same money that she was paying, like $20. But I told her I couldn't do it because I was coming from Wakayama. She lived in Suida City, and just the train ride up and back was, for one day was like $20-something or something like that. And I don't think she was going to pay for my train fare and all that stuff. And so eventually I quit, and like I said, I think they opened up another school and stuff. But that was smart on her, because like I had told them earlier, I can only teach to a certain point, and if they want their students to be like the knowledge that a lot of these international schools are, where they're teaching them math and they're teaching them things like recycling and stuff like that, then I wouldn't be qualified to do that, because I'd have to do a lot of research and all of this stuff. And basically my whole goal for my school is to get these kids to the point where they are able to actually get into go to America and actually be able to go into they might be like 9 years old, but be able to take English, high school, English, or junior high school English, or increase their vocabulary, and stuff, But like I said, I've been away from the States, so I don't know exactly what's going on. But I just wanted to get these kids to really start reading and enjoy reading and enjoy studying and looking up words and stuff like that, and really get to study on their own in English and actually start speaking and stuff, But that was really interesting. And then I was teaching these other kids too. I don't know. At the same time, I walked down the street, and there was these 4 kids that I taught in Suita City, and one of the daughters was like really, really, really spoiled, and the mother was really pushy and stuff, and I think she was the boss of all of them. But one of the mothers, oh man, she was like really sporty. She was like so cool. She was cute, and well, actually, all the mothers were attractive and stuff. I ain't gonna lie, but I went over there and started teaching them, and I told them I can only teach them once their kids start reading, that I was going to quit, and because I wanted to do some other stuff. And they're like, okay, fine, but I don't know. Their kids were taking English from the one lady I was working with, because I taught them before, and anyway, these kids were teaching, had already been taught English. They kind of understood, but like I said, they could read, didn't know the phonics and everything was from memory, just remember everything. And I started teaching them, and sometimes the parents would, I would be in like the Japanese room, and their doors be all open, so they can monitor everything, because I don't know, it's weird, because I don't know if it was a black thing or not, I don't know, but I think one of their friends introduced me to them, and as I was teaching her kids private, but she wanted me to teach her kids in the way that she understood English, and I was like, it's not good for me to teach them that way, because I should teach them in the way where they are able to produce English from within and just start their own conversations, instead of just memorizing English the way you are, and then they'll be speaking the way she is. Her English was good, but it was still limited. And they had me going to these banquets with them, instead of actually having a lesson. We'll go to like a buffet, where all you can eat, and I just talk to them in English and grubbing and stuff. Get paid $20 per kid, which sometimes they'll bring the little babies too, and I get paid to talk to the little babies and everything. It was a trip, but they still weren't progressing that way. And so I just kept doing it the way I did, plugging along. She'll complain, but because her kids started using the dictionary and started doing this and speaking and stuff, she still complained. But eventually, her daughter started complaining too and stuff. So I ended up not teaching them.